I have something new in the studio to show you today that I am really excited about. It is the new LitraPro light. In fact, I don't even know if saying new is the right word for it. These are not yet released. I was lucky enough to have Leitra send me a few pre-production units and a whole slew of accessories so that I can share this with you. They have a Kickstarter going on right now that is, I'll put the link to that down in the description below, but basically it's just to get them into production. These are awesome. The lights that I have of theirs already, the Leitra torches, you can purchase right now. You can see my review of those up at the link up above. But these are kind of a bigger and badder version, I guess, of the Leitra torch. These are more customizable. They're bigger, they're more powerful. It's amazing. So anyway, let's get a little bit into the specifications, why I really like these lights, why I want them, and why you might like them too for your photography or your videography. So anyway, let's start with just a few of the specifications, just the things that I got really excited about. I have the spec sheet here, which I'm going to use as a cheat sheet. So first of all, this is a bicolor light. Awesome, right? You can go from 3,000 to 6,000 Kelvin. So awesome. That means that if you are out in wherever you are, if you're in your studio and you have a certain type of light, you can adjust this light to balance out whatever other light that you are working with. So if you're at sunrise or sunset, you can use a different color temperature than you would use if you were shooting in the middle of the day or if you were shooting with whatever type of light that you are shooting with. That is the first thing that got me really excited about this, that there was that amount of customization for how you use them. The other thing is that you can control the power output on these. It goes from 0 to 100%. You can increase power output by 5%. So you can go from 0%, 5%, 10%, all the way up to 100%, which I love that I can fine tune exactly how much light I want out of this and the color temperature of it. So, oh, and did I mention that it is really powerful too? At 100%, you get 1200 lumen. Like, seriously? That's so much light. I will actually show you right now my footage this morning. I was using 2 of these at full power. It was pitch black in the desert, and this is the footage that I got. It was like I had headlights. It was amazing. Oh, and at 1200 lumen, you can actually use this for 45 minutes. Like, I actually had to reread that like 3 or 4 times. Like, really can you use it for 45 minutes? Okay, I used it for a long time on my walk this morning. And like, I feel like I barely touched the battery life. Anyway, I'm sounding like a commercial right now. I'll try not to do that. So those are basically the specs I wanted to tell you about. A little bit more about the body is that you have a couple of tripod screws. So one of the things that I like about it is that you can use any of the GoPro style mounts and mount it onto anything else, like I did with my gimbal this morning. So I had a couple of lights on the gimbal, and I do have an example here of how you might use it with a GoPro, which is cool. Let me just show you a few other accessories that you can get to use with this light. You can use a softbox. The fact that I have this much light and I can use it with a softbox means that I can use it for photography, I can use it for videos in the studio and out in the field, and still keep a really soft lighting look, which is what, you know, typically we want. So I love that. This is a pre-production unit, so it's not collapsed, but this is actually going to be collapsible once it actually gets into production. I love that. I love that I can like tuck everything into a bag, because typically I'm just carrying like a Camelback or something when I'm out. I don't want to have to like have a giant, you know, bag of stuff. Okay, also, there's color filters, which you can just snap on. There is a honeycomb, which is, you know, it acts like a grid. I call it a grid in photography. It just directs the light. And then another really cool modifier is the barn door. So the barn door attaches to the front of the light, and you can direct the light that way. Leitra also has some really good tripods. I like these a lot. They aren't incredibly flexible. I mean, you pretty much, this is what you get. But when you add on one of these, a little ball head, this makes you be able to direct your light a lot better. This is a cool, this ball head in particular is really cool because one, it's metal and it's nice and weighty, so I don't think it's gonna break, but also because I can put it on a hot shoe of a camera, or it has a little screw mount, so I can just put it on this tripod, a light stand, whatever I want. But then last is the handle. So you could use the handle with this, something like a mount. Now when I was using this today, I was holding it with my gimbal, so maybe I should show you on the GoPro one. So look, now you have your whole rig. So everybody, I know I kind of sounded like a sales pitch in this. It's because I'm really excited about it. You know, when I sound like a sales pitch, I'm really excited about an item. So anyway, I'm not getting, I'm not sponsored by Litra. I'm not like getting anything out of this. They just sent me these to try out, and I ended up really liking them. So yeah, so if you are interested in supporting Litra and getting these into production, definitely, click on the link below. If you're not, don't worry about it. Wait until they come to production and are available to the public. Hopefully they'll be available sooner rather than later. So the other thing is that I will put a link down to their press release and in the description below as well, so that you can see, whatever more details you want out of this. So anyway, this was definitely my favorite way to use these lights because it just gave me so much flexibility to be able to film a little bit in the dark. One of my biggest challenges when I'm filming my adventure videos is that a lot of times I want to get out before dawn, and I can't always get out before dawn because I don't have lights, or I do get out before dawn to get to some great location for sunrise, but I don't get any footage of those pre-dawn moments because, the action cameras, they don't always have the greatest, and, gimbal cameras, they don't always have the greatest dynamic range and low light capability, right? So they're good and they're always getting better. And actually, I think this one's probably the best of all of them that I've used. But anyway, this means I just have a lot more flexibility. And that is the bottom line for me, that I have ultimate flexibility and that it's easy to use and I can carry it with me. So that's why I like this stuff. Anyway, that's it. Enough of a sales pitch. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you later.